Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. We're back at the Monokuma and Cubs Theater, which I'm sure will make 0 sense because that's kind of, I guess, how things are going nowadays. Looks like we've reached the intermission segment, which means it's time for our Guess the Victim quiz. But we know a victim quiz, not a culprit quiz. The only victims are the people who are still watching this drawn-out, boring crap. Why are you being such a downer all of a sudden?
It's okay.
It is okay. I am sure everyone is okay.
Happy.
Everyone is happy.
How do you know? They could be skipping this entire conversation for all you know. Oh boy. Kinda wish I could. I can't take it. I can't take it anymore. I'm the real victim here, me. Why are you getting upset? If anything, I'm the real victim. I gotta put up with all this nonsense all the time. That's the right answer, Monodem. But he hasn't said anything.
Hey,
Exactly, because there are no victims. Yep, even if you're killed in this killing game, you're a winner. Because then everyone mourns you, and you get tons of posthumous popularity.
Daddy!
Oh, Daddy, you don't need to reveal those kind of behind-the-scenes details.
All right!
Dying makes you more popular, then we gotta die soon too. I mean, I guess. Kind of. It makes me think about characters more, kind of. Definitely more than if they are the killer. But then at the same time, I don't know, man. Let's continue this thing.
This is my impression of a spooky, scary ghost.
You got me, man. I'm off my seat.
I'm fine with real ghosts, but impressions of them are too scary.
Logic does not compute.
Did you hear something? No, I didn't hear anything.
Right now, you're on the threshold of an amazing
You know what else is scary? Sweet buns. Yep, tasty, tasty sweet buns.
I'm starting to feel like these two are just cranking up the nonsense to try and blow up Monodem.
Scary at all.
I'm scared too. Scared of losing my friends.
Did you hear something?
No,
I didn't hear anything.
once powerful notion.
Okay. Sounds good. We needed that, kind of, not really.
Answer us, Himiko. You chose the middle room to lure us into your trap, did you not?
Okay, no, we've already
Used that trap to
established
kill Tenko,
that it
yes?
could have been in any of them.
Well, Donkey Lips, did you kill that twat?
Wait, must be some mistake. No way Himiko is culprit.
Oh my god, Shuichi, say
Then
something.
she needs to defend herself. Otherwise, this debate is deadlocked.
Shuichi, say
I don't
something.
care if you gotta use magic to do it, but say something already.
Are you even listening?
No, I'm not listening.
What?
I don't care anymore. I'm too tired. Angie died. Tenko died. Why did I have to survive? And now, you're all saying I killed them? I just don't care anymore.
Himiko.
Do whatever. If you want to vote for me, then just go ahead.
The game gets really blah if the suspect isn't into it.
That's not the problem.
Damn it. Don't tell me you've given up.
Himiko, don't give up.
Don't you understand? My life is riding on the outcome of this trial!
Just shut up. I told you, I'm too tired.
Man, I get that big mood. I get that big mood so hard, girl.
I can't put up with it anymore.
What are you talking about? If you give up here...
You needn't worry. Himiko was the one who chose that room. Therefore, she is unmistakably the culprit.
Dude, you're making yourself look extra suspicious.
Impossible! Himiko would never kill Tenko! Himiko not that kind of person. Gonta can tell by Himiko's face.
Himiko's a little slow, so I don't think she's capable of handling a complicated crime.
I mean, you're just gonna say that? Okay.
I also think Himiko's not the culprit.
I think we all agree Himiko is not smart enough to figure out the fulcrum method.
That does seem like rather a pointless quest.
No, it's not. We gotta be strong. Gotta keep thinking. Then we might find new truth. So no give up, Himiko!
Himiko, I know how you feel. I felt the same way after Kaede died. But we can't give up. We survived. We can't give up for the sake of everyone who died. Okay, well, thankfully I have the evidence. So let's use it, which will be Bloody Kokichi.
Performing the seance in that room.
Let's see.
Was Himiko's decision, was it not?
That is
What
true.
if someone steered her into picking that room?
No.
Of the 3 empty rooms, why did you select the middle one? Because you laid your trap there.
Let's see here.
Was Trap only in that room? Other rooms may be trapped too.
That's the one. Yeah!
I agree.
We did it. We consented.
It's just like Gonta said. Each room was the same. They were all trapped.
What? Is that true?
Kokichi will tell you.
He's dead.
I was
Just
way too
kidding.
careless. Wait, what are you talking about?
Guess there's no cross piece. Step through. Bad luck. Yep.
While you were in the room next to the crime scene, you found a loose floorboard, right?
Well, I didn't find it so much as I stepped through it and tripped.
What? Hold on! There was also a loose floorboard in the next room?
So the culprit prepared a trap in all 3 empty rooms, not just the middle one.
I wonder if it's possible for you to go in and check that. I don't
If the
think so,
culprits
but...
had traps in all the rooms, then they wouldn't need to select a room themselves.
So the real trap was for someone else to pick a room and take the blame.
Yeah, boy, you're looking suspicious.
We were caught in the culprit's trap all along.
I'm starting to think it's you, dude.
Especially you!
But now there's no reason to suspect Himiko, right?
Himiko, do you remember what Tenko told you?
Chin up and live life facing forward. Survive. Please, yeah. Do it for
Live
her.
life facing forward. She said that to you, right? If you give up on living, you'd be betraying her memory. We're all trying to keep our promises to the dead. This trial, it's not just for our lives. It's for everyone who's died as well.
Oh, what a good,
That's why we
what a
can't
good
give up.
speech.
This is our responsibility. We live on.
You're right. Yeah, that's right. If I gave up here, I wouldn't be able to face Angie or Tenko.
That's right. So let's do our best.
Alright, I'm not gonna say it's a pain anymore.
Yeah, character development.
I won't give up. I'll fight alongside everyone and survive.
Do not say everyone. After all, the Blackened is still among us.
And we think we know who it
There
is.
you go. Killing the mood like usual.
Killing, get it? Hey.
But damn, well said, Shuichi. That's what I'd expect from my soul, bro.
Soul bro, okay, man.
Your soul, bro?
Well, anyway, do you think the Blackened this time has some sort of superpower?
I'm sorry, what?
What are you talking about?
Well, as a self-proclaimed expert of stepping through floorboards, isn't it weird that no one stepped through that floorboard before the culprit used it?
That is a good point.
Didn't Kyo make the
Must have been
circle?
Marian magic. Well, that's one possibility, but I think it might have been something
Kyo
else.
told us not to step in the circles, so why did no one step on the floorboard until it was used for the murder? That's it. That must be the reason. It was the magic circle.
This is it.
Yeah. I'm smart. Give me back my life.
Magic circle at the scene of the crime.
Wow, Kyo, you're looking pretty suspect here. Watch your step. Only seance will fail. May unleash a curse. Yeah. There you go. Oh, I think we got him.
The floorboard in question was within the circle. That's why no one stepped on it.
So the magic circle's purpose was to keep us away from the whole trick.
That was part of the culprit's plans too?
Boy, I wonder who as a culprit would be able to make a magic circle. That's right, if that's the case, then the culprit. There's no doubt in my mind, they're the one who killed Tenko. Only one person had the opportunity and the motive. Now, sadly, they're not super, like they're selecting them as not... It's you, bro. It's pretty obvious.
To be you. Kyo. Was it you?
Sadly, this does not do the trial.
Whatever are you talking about?
I'm talking about Tenko's murder.
Kyo? Why do you suspect me?
Because you were the one who drew the magic circle. The circle kept us from discovering the seesaw trick. But
The
that's
forehead,
not all it was
too,
for.
yeah. Because that would stop her from doing that also.
In order to make the murder succeed, variables like Tenko's position and the placement of the cage needed to be defined. And those variables were defined by using the magic circle. In short, the circle itself was the most important tool in this murder.
So, if he's also not the same culprit, this causes problems of we're going to have to live with another murderer. Someone who has
Knowing
killed.
that, the person who drew the magic circle has to be the culprit.
Well, Kyo?
What's your rebuttal, my dude?
Answer already! Did you do it?
Oh, he's gonna unzip his mouth and he's gonna be crazy.
What is so funny?
I was just thinking. So this is how each blackened must have felt. What an intriguing experience this is.
What? An intriguing experience?
Wow, you a freak, bro.
But if I am the culprit as you claim, then I stomped on the floorboard, yes? So, do tell. How could I have stomped on the floorboard during that darkened seance?
You have night vision. Oh, God, what?
See, that is problem.
Unless that is made clear, you cannot be certain I am the culprit.
How can you be so calm when you're backed into a corner like this?
I will explain that in due time. Please answer my question first.
Okay, so the culprit stepped on the exact floorboard, even in the darkness. How could they do that in total darkness? In a room that dark, it's hard to imagine the culprit found the right board. Although, after I put out the candle, I could move along the wall with my hand.
Wait a minute. Maybe...
Did you figure it out?
That's it. The culprit didn't even have to see it at all. They used... hearing. Right? Yeah. Culprit used... Oh, no, maybe not. I was thinking echolocation with the song. That's stupid. Touch? Smell. Okay, well, it's not sixth sense. Touch, then? Yeah, with the wall? Okay, but what did he touch? Because I get he used touch, but how?
They used touch. They didn't see. They felt.
That way they could get around in the dark, like how I got to the candle.
Wasn't Seesaw in middle of room? Gonta doesn't think it was near wall.
So they probably used something besides the wall to move then, right?
Trying to oh, there's the cage.
Were there any other markers within reach?
Of course, the answer to that is there was nothing of the sort.
I'm sure there was something. A landmark they could have used to determine where the floorboard was. Must have been at the scene, I know it. Okay, it's cage. Okay, well, something they could have used. No, not a C. M. No, okay. I'm guessing the words here. Something that they could use at the... Oh, the magic circle. Right? Because I guess if they use the... Magic... I guess because they... Oh, yes, with the salt there. Sir... I just need an L. That's not an L. Magic circle. Okay, yeah, because they could have then felt the salt to determine where to go. That makes sense.
That's it. The magic circle.
I thought it was going to be the dog statues, that you could just go up to the dog statue and feel its face, you know?
The magic circle was drawn with salt. The culprit used the salt's texture to feel their way through the dark.
Especially because there's the big old...
So Kyo traced the magic circle with
big old, like, square part with it.
Loose floorboard.
Oh, I see. You drew the magic circle with salt to use it as a guide.
An interesting thought. It is unfortunate that it is so wrong.
Yeah, I don't know about that, bro, but okay.
Recall the document. What did the magic circle look like?
It looked like that, yeah.
Based on the document, the magic circle wouldn't reach the corners of the room.
Dude had it memorized, though.
When the room was darkened, each of us was in a corner of the room, yes? The magic circle didn't reach us, so I could not have followed it, yes?
It's not that hard to walk in a dark room.
Circle in the document. That doesn't mean the circle you drew was the same.
No, I most definitely drew it exactly the same. I have it perfectly memorized.
Right there, you just said it.
So which is it? Is there any way to check? Not anymore. The magic circle is a complete mess from being trampled on.
I see, another piece of the puzzle. Drawing the circle with salt was all but guaranteed it would be temporary. The investigation itself would have gotten rid of the evidence. Clever.
Everyone, may I have your attention, please?
Oh, hey, photographic memory, right.
What a pain. We don't have any way to check it now.
Excuse me, everyone. May I have your attention, please?
Well, I guess there's no point in discussing the magic circle anymore.
Hey, may I have your attention?
Oh, I said cut that out! It's too bright!
I apologize. I just wanted everyone to listen to me.
About what?
I had Miu add another function to my body, in addition to the flashlight.
What the? No way! Did you really? Stop! You can't! I didn't install it for that purpose!
Wait for them for what purpose?
Please, let me use it. With it, I might be able to save everyone.
Alright, so what is this function?
It's an image recording function.
Image recording?
Specifically, this function allows me to dispense a printout of
There's
my
gonna
own
be
memory.
some weird stuff in there.
I'll give it a try. Ready?
It's gonna come out of his mouth, isn't it? It is! I knew it!
From your mouth?
Oh, I was so excited.
Also used magic like that before.
This printout is my memory of being kicked out of the seance. Please confirm that the floor of the empty room is clearly visible. Go on, take the picture and see for yourself.
It better not be, like, wet. I reluctantly took the paper from Kibo's mouth. Thank you for putting that on that for long enough. Let's see here. This is the magic circle used for the seance.
Well, Shuichi, do you notice anything?
Notice anything? What part of the circle is the most suspicious? I'm feeling like these things. But I could be wrong. This? The middle? The area where the cage was placed. So we're paying attention to the center. Focus on the corners of the room. Oh, the corners of the room. Okay, let's see here. Right there, yeah.
There.
In the corners of the room, they have the salt. Okay, got it.
This helped a lot, Kibo. Without you, I never would have seen through Kyo's lie.
Yeah, we're getting him.
You just said that you drew the magic circle exactly as it appears in the document.
I guess I could open up my thing to see the picture,
That's
but...
a lie, isn't it?
No, I couldn't have, because it's... yeah.
The magic circle at the scene had lines that stretched to the room's corners, which means that you would be able to find the floorboard from anywhere in the room.
So it was different from the document after all.
All because Himiko noticed. And because of Kibo, too.
Hey, where's my things? I'm the one who installed that function into Kibo.
I'd ask for what purpose, but I already know.
Hey, yeah, what was it you were saying about its purpose?
Oh, to be honest, the purpose of that image recording function is to monitor my health.
I'm sorry, what?
Specifically, I make Kibo use that function every day to analyze my turds.
You know what? That wasn't what I was expecting it for. That was not... That was gross. What? That's weird.
Why?
Yeah, for what?
Shit is a great indicator of intestinal health and gut bacteria quality.
Okay.
Plus, taking a satisfying shit does wonders for a woman's natural beauty, so...
Okay, what?
See? You're all grossed out. This is why I didn't want to tell you about my plan.
You didn't have to tell...
Quit talking about your poop. No one cares.
Thank you.
Kyo, you killed Tenko, didn't you? Just give up and admit it already.
So, Kyo, if you have any objections, you can...
Your deductions are fiction.
Oh, we got a debate going. What you gonna say?
Since you've given me the option, I will most certainly object. To be honest, it's unimportant, but it may be an amusing diversion.
Unimportant?
Now I shall bear witness to your abilities, Shuichi. Do entertain me.
Alright, let's take down obvious-looking villain guy. Let's do this. Rebuttal Showdown, Truth Blade. Marker Stone, Iron Cage, White Sheet,
If you are
Dog
going
Statue.
to claim I am the culprit,
Probably the dog statue.
then what of the
Whoops.
murder weapon? It was
Okay.
set up in the cage. The only people capable of that are Kokichi and Shuichi, who carried the cage. So suspicion should fall on them.
No, because it was in your lab. I mean,
True,
dummy.
we could have placed the sickle there, but we could not have removed it later. Because we weren't the ones who lifted the cage. That was Himiko.
The only person who could have collected the sickle is Himiko. But the only people who could have placed the sickle are Kokichi and Shuichi. But in regards to that dilemma, I did not carry the cage, nor did I lift it. I had no opportunity to touch the
No, you did when you moved the dog statue, right? I never touched the cage. Placing or retrieving them were both... No, because you when you had to... Because you removed the... We had to do the reverse order, right? Kyo was the one who played... Okay, so it's the white
person
sheet.
who could have collected the sickle is Himiko. But the only people who could have placed the sickle are Kokichi and But in regards to that dilemma, I did not carry the cage, nor I had no opportunity to touch the sickle.
Yeah, you did, because you forced us to go backwards through it in your order. I just did it in the wrong button, but I had the right idea.
Who could have set up the sickle and retrieved it afterward is Kyo. That was done by covering the cage with a white cloth. You could have secretly
Yep,
placed the sickle
right there.
and draped the cloth.
He could have also done it when taking it off, because it had to be done in the exact same order in the verse.
And retrieved it afterward when you removed the cloth. Then, while everyone was distracted, you discreetly dropped the sickle under the floor.
Wonderful!
Over in the corner.
That's exactly correct.
Oh. Okay. What?
It's correct. Then why don't you give up already?
The trick I put so much work into is just wasted effort now. Alas.
So, it was you? You killed Tenko?
Let me guess. You'll never forgive me. Himiko, you must hate me so very much.
Oh, wow. This is not going as I expected.
Maybe you'd feel better if I was executed by Monokuma. But unfortunately for you, that won't happen.
Unless we prove it was also you that killed Angie.
Every spotless, including myself, will die.
What you talking about, Kyo?
Really? We're doing that? Okay.
You still don't understand? I killed Tenko. That is the truth. But it is meaningless in this class trial.
Oh, that sucks.
You mean Monokuma's extra rule, right?
Yeah. Well, let's try and prove that it was also him who killed Angie, let's
You
hope.
see, I killed Tenko, but not Angie. For us, Tenko's death is nothing but a trivial issue.
But for what purpose, dude?
Because the blackened in this trial is the culprit who killed Angie.
Trivial issue? No, that's gotta be a lie. You probably killed Angie too.
That is simply not possible. Recall that I was unable to enter Angie's lab.
Only
Oh,
student
man.
council members and Kokichi could enter research lab.
How could I have possibly killed Angie when I couldn't even enter her lab?
We can figure that out. No one else could have done it besides you. If you're the one who killed Tenko, you've gotta be the one who killed Angie.
I understand how you feel, Himiko, but maybe we can discuss this rationally and calmly. There is a non-zero possibility that Kyo is telling the truth.
So you understand how she feels. I see. Wait, robots can understand human feelings?
So says David Cage. Every time.
Of course I understand. I worked really hard to understand.
Hey, why are you getting all worked up, Kibo? Chill, dude.
That's enough! It's voting time! I'm gonna vote for him!
Okay, let's not go that fast. We need at least proof.
Voting for me will only help the one who murdered Angie.
Isn't Kyo culprit?
Of course I'm not. This case was an error on my part. Monokuma added that rule after both bodies were found, yes? How was I to know that the trial would only be for Angie's killer? Had I known, I certainly wouldn't have killed Tenko.
You're lying! You killed Tenko and Angie!
Now hold on. Jumping to conclusions here is dangerous.
We should talk it out more. This case might have juicy plot twists waiting to happen.
Nuts to that. Any way you look at this case, Kyo is obviously the culprit.
Yeah, there's sort of no other way to look at it.
No, it's too dangerous to vote before we arrive at a logical decision.
Are we gonna have a split scrum thing? Yep, here we go. Yep.
Wowee! This argument is getting intense. At times like... The Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial grounds.
Yippee! I've been waiting for this!
Why were you waiting for it?
Kyo confessed to killing Tenko, but insists he didn't kill Angie. We won't forgive Kyo for what he did, but we can't vote until we know the facts. To pin down the evidence and convince everyone. Although, I mean, we're not saying that it's impossible that he did it. We're saying that we should at least consider the fact that it might not be him. But we have to see. We have to see. So, let's all head up here. In roughly the same cutscene as last time. Honestly, I'd rather them just skip this because it's the same every time. Go right into this because this is cool now. Vote now. Don't vote yet. Well, we're on the side of don't vote yet. Okay. Debate scrum.
Kyo killed Tenko and Angie.
Kibo, we don't know for certain that Kyo killed Angie.
He forced
Cool,
his
got that
way
one.
into Angie's research lab.
I got this! But he couldn't get into Angie's research lab.
The
Good.
katana was found in Kyo's lab.
Kyo! Anyone could have entered my lab.
Oh god, we're on the side of the killer. That's
Kyo
weird.
did kill Tanko, but he not blackened?
Kokichi!
Perhaps
That's
there's a
weird to
second
think that
blackened
we're
we need to
not
find.
the... That's weird.
He's planning to use the new rule to protect himself all.
Kyo! Not possible. That rule was added after both.
And we're
murders.
against?
We solved the
Oh,
mystery.
that's
I got this.
weird.
Not yet.
Also,
There's still
yeah,
another
that was...
mystery to
This
solve.
is so easy. Here we go. We did it. Full counter. So easy. We're on the side of the killer. That's weird. Okay.
It would be a mistake to vote before we've completely solved Angie's murder. And there's still the mystery of Tenko's murder.
Mystery?
Wait,
What
yeah,
kind of
wait,
mystery?
what mystery?
Well, Kyo's confession derailed our conversation a bit. But we still have to go over one of the clues found at Tenko's crime scene.
Which
I believe
is...
it might even have something to do with Angie's murder.
Which one? The outlying piece of evidence is... the sickle? It might be the sickle. Yeah, it's the sickle. Because it was the death was done in the same way. There's something strange about it. Saw something on the floorboards that bothered me. When oh, wait, never mind. Oh, it's the blood on the other side. Right. Crosspiece sound, hole. Dried blood. Dripping quite far. That's the one. Yeah. We're not super
The
close to
bloodstain
dying this whole
found on
trial.
the floor. Maki and I found it during the investigation. It was
Because,
beneath the
yeah,
floorboard
that's
that the culprit
weird.
stomped on.
Is that Tango's blood?
That bloodstain was too far from Tenko's corpse to have been hers.
Also, the bloodstain was already dry when we found it. But the blood from Tenko's body hadn't
I can't
begun
even
to dry.
fathom how it's going to be related. So this is I need to go along with the
Well,
ride.
that's weird. Why was that bloodstain the only dry one?
Like it the blood stain on the floorboard was dry because the blood stain it was there before Tenko was killed. Yeah. Before Tenko was killed. Dried fast because of, wait, what? Wait, what? Okay. It happened before the seance?
That's it.
I mean, it's kind of the same thing, but okay.
The bloodstain wasn't from Tenko's murder. It was there before we started.
That's
the
what I was
seance.
trying to say, but okay.
Or the seance?
Oh, but I get, okay. That should make it clear whose blood it was. It was Angie's.
That's it.
There we go. At least we got some health back.
That bloodstain wasn't Tenko's. It was Angie's.
Why was blood from Angie at the scene of Tenko's murder?
That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah, wasn't Angie killed in her research lab?
We actually don't have proof she was killed in her lab.
We found her body there. Doesn't
Yeah, I
mean
just
she
thought
killed
about that.
Ah, I guess that's possible.
If Angie wasn't killed in her lab, then that opens up a lot more possibilities. We assumed that only council members could have killed Angie since her body was in her lab.
But it doesn't mean that
But
she
if
had to be
died
killed
somewhere
there, yeah.
else, then we can't suspect just the council members anymore.
So the culprit didn't enter her lab, but waited for her to come out of it?
I'm not sure if the culprit waited for her, but they probably killed her when she came out. Well, I thought that was more likely from the start. So I went to places Angie might have gone and checked all 3 empty rooms.
Places she might have gone? Why did you check the empty rooms then?
The empty rooms were the only places I could think of that Angie would go.
Did Angie have business in rooms?
It
It seems Kokichi's up to his usual misleading nonsense again.
I think you're up to your misleading nonsense, my man.
I do lie a lot, and I could be lying right now too. But I'm pretty sure someone's panicking right now because of my lie.
Hey. Angie left her lab on her own and headed to the room where she was killed. Is Kokichi's statement true or... Okay, well, let's try and figure this bad boy out. Let's see here. Effigies, Gold Leaf, Necronomicon, Caged Child. Well, what's the Necronomicon say? Prepare an effigy. Everyone may participate. Size and shape. Not obvious. Burn it. Careful of carbon monoxide poisoning. Close her eyes. Feels a light tap. That has nothing to do with it, I don't think. Gold Leaf Katana. Stabbed. Blade is so old. The handles could have easily run off. There's blood on the tip. Why would there be blood on the tip if it wasn't...
Is not worth...
Effigies hung upside down. From the beams.
Angie was...
Caged child. Don't... Okay, well, let's see here.
She was killed in the empty room instead.
She left her lab on her own?
But why would she go into an empty room? There shouldn't have been anything in there.
Except for candles.
That's it! She wanted a candle!
Oh, wait, for the effigies. Right? Okay, the wax effigies. What was Angie trying to do right before death?
Oh no!
No, but I'm saying, like, she needed the wax effigies for the,
research lab.
Right? Let's see here.
That's it! She wanted a candle! To keep herself awake at night.
No.
She would drip hot wax on her body.
Typical Miu.
Sounds like something only you would do, Miu.
What did Kokichi see? Something Angie
The
did.
art research lab
Gold Leaf Katana.
is not where Angie was killed.
Cause, Caged child. It's gotta be the effigies.
Empty room instead.
She was killed in the empty room. Like, I would use that to agree because the blood and the Gold Leaf Katana.
On her own?
But why would she go into an empty room?
Let's see here.
There shouldn't have been anything in there.
Do I have to lie on
Except for
it?
candles.
Let's see here.
She wanted a candle. To keep her...
Okay, stop.
Something only...
Let's see here. What did Kokichi see? Something Angie did.
The art research lab.
I'm gonna try
It's not
firing
where
a
Angie was
regular
killed.
bullet at that, and then I'll try a
She was
lie.
killed in the
Actually, I'm gonna try a lie first. Nope.
She left her lab
Never
on
mind.
her own?
Never mind. Okay. Okay.
Like something only you would do, Miu.
What did Kokichi see? Something
The art
she did.
research lab is not where Angie was killed. She was killed in the empty
Nope, not that. Okay. Shuichi doesn't know either. Okay, I'll tell you. Angie was killed in the empty room. But I could be lying, so
I
who
was
knows?
wrong.
I made a mistake. Dang.
The art research lab is not where Angie was killed.
Ah.
She was killed in the empty room instead.
She left her lab on her own?
But why would she go into an empty room? There shouldn't have been.
Left to go get candles. Does it say something in the Necronomicon? Wait a sec. Cause you need the Necronomicon to burn it.
been anything
Oh!
Except for candles.
Yeah, I did it. Okay, I was smart for once. Kind of. I'm barely scraping by. That makes sense.
That's it. Angie went to that room to get a candle.
Yeah, her kinky wax play.
No.
No. Angie was going to use it for the ritual. According to the Necronomicon, to resurrect the dead,
Preparing, you have to burn it. Yeah, because... I mean, we're kind of assuming there's nothing in her room that could be used to burn it, but sure.
That's right. There's nothing to start a fire with in Angie's lab.
I kind of doubt that with all the art supplies, but okay.
So she went to go get a candle from one of the empty rooms.
And that's when the culprit attacked her.
That's why there was dried blood under floor.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Means Angie was attacked in the same room the seance was held. Bravo, Himiko. Well done for choosing that room for the seance. If we hadn't done the seance in that room, then Tenko's murder would have been in another room. If that happened, no one would have discovered Angie's bloodstain under the floorboards.
I mean, unless we explore that whole bottom section,
That's
which
right.
we could have done, but...
Shuichi and I only checked under the floorboard.
We should have
when
maybe
Tenko
checked
died.
them all, but that's fine.
Yep.
Timing.
It's all thanks to Himiko for choosing the same room as Angie. This must be a Tua's will. Or maybe the power of magic.
It's neither. I just picked one.
Hold on. You're all acting as though you've proven that as fact already.
I mean, that's kind of what we do in these trials, but go ahead, dude.
You claim Angie was murdered in the empty room, and then moved to the lab?
Yeah?
Then how do you explain the large amount of blood in the lab?
Pink paint.
It may be possible to carry a body, but blood cannot be moved.
Tarps! We have many tarps. We love
she was
tarps.
still alive after the attack in the empty room. She was killed after she was carried to her lab.
That means the culprit attacked her twice. I have evidence of that. We do? Forehead injury. Oh, yeah, right there. The forehead injury.
This is it!
We do! I'm smart.
The fatal wound was a cut to the back of her neck from a katana. But she also showed signs of blunt force trauma, and I think I know why. After Angie was knocked unconscious in the empty room, she was killed in her lab.
I see. So that puddle of blood is from the killing blow. Ha! It's all clear now. Angie was attacked in the empty room, carried to her lab, and it was there that the culprit finished her off.
Yeah, this all is making sense.
All clear. This is all clear. What are you all talking about?
Okay, what evidence have we
All
not
clear.
used yet?
What is all clear? What are you? All clear?
Are we getting awakened, Kyo?
What are you all? You what? What are? I will not fear. I will not back down.
Oh my god! My memes came true!
Sweet Korekio, calm yourself.
Oh my god, I was super right! Didn't I say, I bet you he's a girl under there? Or at least a multiple personality or something? Is he being possessed right now? Is that what it is? Is he being possessed by his mother? Okay, we'll see. We'll see what it is.
The words are all hollow. There is no meaning to any of them.
I knew there was gonna be something. Something with the face mask.
You must teach these ignorant children.
Why,
a
sorry,
lesson.
what?
Yes, you're right. Okay, I'll teach them.
What the hell are you mumbling about? You're giving me the goddamn willies!
Not yet. Nothing is clear at all. It's full of doubts, of mysteries, of a dense, impenetrable fog!
Okay, I always forget this voice actor's name, but he's legit one of my favorite dub voice actors, and when he goes nuts, I love it.
Nothing is clear at all!
He was, chef guy in the last game, too. I forget his name. I'm sorry, guys. I'm bad. Rebuttal Showdown? Oh, we're doing another Truth Blade. Okay, I thought this was going to be the music rhythm one. Bloody
Angie
duct
was
tape
attacked
we
in the
haven't
empty
used
room
yet?
First, and then carried into the research lab? Impossible! Impossible! That's nothing but a delusion! You intend to poison our minds with your delusions?
Well, we did that
No
perfectly.
delusion. Angie's 2 external wounds tell the story. After she was struck in the empty room, she was carried to the art research lab and then killed.
You say the culprit carried Angie's body? And not a single drop of blood fell? The hallway and empty room had no bloodstains.
Excuse me, sir. Wait, what? The bloody duct tape? Did you see blood in the hallway? Why wasn't it smeared? Because it's not there. Spending the facts to make me suspicious. Wait, what?
You say the culprit
do we have to
carried
use
Angie's body?
the Monokuma
And not a
file to
single
show
drop of
that
blood
it's...
fell?
Because it wasn't the lacerations on the... Or they are lacerations. Fatal stab wound to the torso.
The hallway
Okay.
and empty room had no bloodstains.
Go leave katana, leaves
Even
floorboard.
if you wipe them down, there'd still be traces of evidence left behind. But there was no evidence anywhere, was there, Shuichi?
Oh, there was. We got that bloody duct tape there. That's where it goes. Okay, that's where it goes.
You say
Cool.
the culprit carried Angie's body?
I sometimes
And not
forget
a
there's
single
multiple.
Drop of blood fell? The hallway and empty room had no bloodstains. Even if you wipe them down later, there'd still be traces of evidence left behind. But there was no evidence anywhere. Was there, Shuichi?
Haha, gotcha.
Cut through your words.
Second time's a try.
There was evidence left at the scene. The bloody tape under Angie's body.
Well, okay, when I said... Okay, I'm going back. When I said that Kyo might be a girl, I apologize. There's something going on that's not typical, let's just say. Well, maybe we won't ever get the full details, but let's see where this goes.
What?
It was wrapped around
Maybe
the
dude
edge
just
to
wears
stop the
makeup,
bleeding
actually.
while
You
she
know what?
was
That's
being
fine.
carried.
Bloody tape? Gonta didn't notice at all.
It was under the body. It's most likely evidence the culprit should have gotten rid of. But since it was hidden, the culprit didn't notice and failed to dispose of it.
It must have fallen as the fatal blow was dealt and ended up under her body.
You'd think you'd remember that if you remembered to bring tape in the first place.
Must have been Atua who did that for us.
Yeah, let's not call that name any longer.
How long are you going to keep that up?
Now we know most of the mystery behind Angie's murder.
I'm convinced there's only one person who could have killed Angie.
It was you! No, it's not my bro. It's got... Okay, well, thankfully we only have one dude here. Otherwise, we would have lost way too many people. Also,
has
you're
to be
having
you.
quite the breakdown, my good sir. My Cars-looking
It's
dude.
you, Kyo. You killed Angie.
What the fuck? So it's true.
Sometimes you forget this game can just say what it wants.
Well, that was obvious. Such a boring, obvious answer.
You killed both of them. Why? Why did you kill them?
In terms of pure logic, only one victim was necessary to win.
Why? Why you killed them both?
I think one of the murders was an accident.
Wait, what?
An accident?
That's right. It wasn't part of the plan.
Huh? Which one?
That's a good question. The murder was an accident. I feel like it's got to be the first one.
That's it.
Sure, I guessed. It was a 50-50 shot.
Angie's murder was an accident.
What? Tenko wasn't accident?
Yeah, Tenko's was
Right.
way too much
Kyo
planning.
originally planned to kill someone with a seesaw trick.
Oh, but he was
But while he was
preparing it.
making
Okay,
preparations
yeah,
in the
makes
empty
sense.
room, Angie walked in. So he decided to kill her in order to keep her from talking.
And he would blend in with those walls, so we could have just, yeah. No, it
She
makes
just
sense.
happened to walk in on the culprit setting up and was killed.
Then you should have just stopped there. Once he killed Angie, there was no reason for him to kill Tenko.
You only needed to kill one for this game. Killing two is pointless. If you get bonus points for killing more, then sure. Otherwise, it leaves more clues behind.
Why, Kyo? Why you killed two of our friends?
And he's gonna go into because mother told me.
What on earth are you talking about? No, I'm not the culprit. So, why is everyone looking at me like I am? Why? Why are they? Why is it? Calm yourself, Korekio.
It's literally it's gonna be his mother or his sister. Watch.
Yes. You mustn't raise your voice. You mustn't stutter. You mustn't lose composure. You mustn't become flustered. You mustn't waver. Look at their horrid faces. This sorry lot is not worth agonizing over. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
There he goes again. What the hell's wrong with him?
It almost seems like he's talking with someone.
Yeah, he keeps taking his mask on and off. It's a bit weird and distracting.
Just talking to himself. And why the hell is he wearing lipstick?
Hey, don't kink shame. Very happy they addressed the lipstick, though.
This is a trivial matter. I will never acknowledge your allegations.
Hey,
Not a single
yesterday
one of
was Friday the 13th, so it kind of fits.
For you see, there is no evidence that I killed Angie.
It's kind of a lot of it.
I will not acknowledge it. I will only acknowledge facts, true events. I won't acknowledge fiction, mystery. I won't acknowledge your deductions or guesses.
Well said. Good job, Korekio.
It's a bit weird.
Yes,
It's a bit weird.
Thanks.
Creeps me the fuck out!
Says the one who takes pictures of her poop. No evidence. There's no evidence that he killed Angie.
There is evidence.
Oh, we're gonna have the music battle, right?
You do realize bluffs like that won't work, yes?
The weapon that was used to knock Angie unconscious in the empty room. That weapon tells us the whole story, Kyo.
Hey, also you're wearing gloves or wraps, which means you wouldn't get the gold leaf on you.
That's not possible. I think you may have misunderstood. Apologize. Come on, apologize. 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 Come on. Apologize. 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 Apologize.
That word has lost all meaning.
Seriously, what the hell's happening?
I have no idea what's happening with Kyo. It's a bit weird, but I know what weapon he used on Angie. I have to prove it to him. Argument armament. Oh, that's cool.
I have nothing to admit. You are simply wrong.
Oh man, I forgot how to do this already.
Yes,
I'm good now.
Culprit. So I have nothing to confess.
1, 2,
I have
3,
nothing to
4.
admit. You are simply wrong.
Okay, I got this.
Yes, I'm not the culprit. So I have nothing to confess.
Even if I miss the start, I can still get the end, which is good.
Why
Okay,
must you
Doll's
force
gone.
your
It's just
delusions
him
on
now.
us? Your logic. That's merely a delusion. Well said, Korekio.
This
To
is
continue
definitely
this debate
easier than
is
the last one in the
meaningless.
last game. Well, I mean, at least it's because I literally have played the Miku games, which it's using the
That's
system
merely a
from.
delusion. Well,
Whoops. Okay, next form.
I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that?
1, 2,
You're all
3,
wrong,
4.
not me. Korekio speaks
Ooh, that was
the
close
truth.
that one time.
Such a sorry lot.
Whoa, it's getting harder, actually.
Apologize. Apologize.
Wrong one? Oh, jeez.
Apologize. I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me. Korekio speaks the truth.
Wait, what's that?
Sorry lot.
What was that thing? You can't see anything at all?
Apologize. 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 I told you I am not.
Was I not?
the
Wait, what's the
culprit.
error ones?
So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not
That's
me.
different.
Korekio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot.
Whoa, jeez.
Apologize. Apologize. Apologize.
Oh, no.
Apologize.
Okay, final blow.
You have no proof that Korekio is the killer.
Removed floorboard.
It ends here.
Okay, it could. Would floorboard removed also work? Okay,
Kyo hit
well,
Angie with the same floorboard used in the seesaw trick.
I see. And how do you know the floorboard was the murder weapon?
There was a small patch of dry blood on the underside of the floorboard.
That makes sense. Yep.
Blood that spattered there when the culprit struck Angie with the board. But that's not the only evidence that she was hit with that floorboard. There's also the blood stain under the floor to consider. For that to be
there had to have been a hole. Yeah, it's not wide enough. Yeah.
Had the floorboard been in place, her blood wouldn't have splattered beneath it.
I mean, obviously. Of course, I knew this from the start. I knew this from the start.
Oh
Oh God, I feel like I'm bad because I don't 100% always know ahead of time. But
If the weapon used to hit Angie is the floorboard from the seesaw trick,
it means the culprit knew about the seesaw. So the same person killed Tenko and Angie.
well, that's pretty much definitive proof. That is a please unionize voice actor scream. Mord.
I believe that while Keel was setting up the seesaw, he was holding the board when Angie walked in.
And he cold-cocked her with a floorboard.
I feel like out of everyone, though, Angie would be the one to be like, oh, what are you doing? Just a bit of remodeling? Okay. Like, I feel like Angie would be the most okay with it.
So it's true. This is the truth.
Oh, I'm excited to see his execution. An anthropological one.
Looks like we're almost at the end. All right, Shuichi. I'll leave the finale to you. Bring down the house.
You got it, bro.
Please, put an end to this. For Angie and Tenko's sake. End this class trial.
Will do, thumbnail girl.
I'll go over everything one more time. Keo, I want you to confess. No, I will force you to confess.
Alrighty, let's do this. Closing arguments. So, who was... Okay, so we can't use all those. Who was the culprit with the saw in the empty room? Well, that would be one that's locked right now. Okay, well, let's see here. He removed the floorboard. That one... Let's see here. What weapon? Removed floorboard. Yes. This one is... What was compressing the injury? That would be the tape. Stuck duct tape. Yeah. This one is what weapon killed Angie. Okay, well that's we don't have. Wait, who's the culprit with the saw? No, we don't have that one. What weapon killed Angie? It was the gold leaf katana. Remove the gold leaf katana. Yep. Whose effigy was stabbed? We don't have access to that one yet. The handle of the spinning katana hit the sliding lock. When Angie's body is found, who unlocked the door? We don't have that one. What object did Tenko rest her head on? It was the small stone. What weapon was brought? It was the sickle. Who besides Kokichi was responsible? That was me, but we don't have that one. The path made with salt. Cool, we got those ones. And we can get the others. This one is, when the culprit approached the cage, he... Well, we have Shuichi puts out the flame. We got that one. When the culprit approached the cage, he stomped hard on the floorboard. And this caused the circle to be tramped on. Aight. This one is when Angie's body who locked the door, or who unlocked the door. That's Kokichi doing his awesome job. Whose effigy was stabbed. That was Kaede, which is still like, wow, way to rub it in, dude. And finally, the first one, cut the cross piece under the floor. Yeah,
This
there
is
we
the
go.
Truth of the case. Let's look back at the first murder. It was late last night. The culprit was in the empty room on the 4th floor. The culprit was preparing the seance murder they had planned. To use the floorboard as a seesaw, they had to cut the crosspiece supporting it. The plan was to make the same preparations for all 3 empty rooms. This would divert suspicion away from the culprit and whoever picked a room. To cut the crosspieces, they needed a saw. I imagine they got one from the warehouse. They were planning to cut the crosspieces in all 3 rooms. However, when the culprit was working on the middle room, the unexpected happened. Angie walked into that room and saw the culprit making their preparations. She needed some fire for the ritual and had gone to the room for a candle. At that point, the culprit had not finished the setup and was just cutting crosspieces. Angie might not have concluded that it was tied to some kind of murder plan, but now that Angie had seen it, the culprit couldn't use the seesaw trick. Any other person might have just given up, but not our culprit. The culprit took the floorboard they loosened and struck the unsuspecting Angie in the head. The culprit did not want to give up on their plan and had to improvise. They wrapped duct tape around Angie's injury to stop the bleeding. Then they picked up her unconscious body and carried her to a research lab. While she was unconscious, the culprit hurried to tie up this loose end. But because they were in a hurry, they made a crucial oversight. They didn't notice the duct tape had peeled off and was under Angie's body. Without that evidence, we may never have figured out the culprit's trick. Carrying the supplies they needed, the culprit returned to the ultimate art lab. Locked the front door from inside. And took out the katana they brought from their own lab. They then stabbed Angie in the back of the neck, finally killing her. Then, to further confuse us, the culprit attempted to make a locked room mystery. First, they used rope from the warehouse and hung 4 effigies upside down. There were 2 reasons for this: to overwhelm the room with an occult atmosphere, and the other was the key to locking the room. The culprit stuck the katana into Kaede's effigy near the rear entrance. And spun the effigy around to twist up the rope. After enough turns, the culprit let go and headed for the rear door. Once released, the effigy began spinning, and the gold leaf katana with it. The handle of the katana then hit the sliding lock, locking the door. A difficult trick, but remember that the lock was so loose it moved at the slightest touch. the culprit also would have had the opportunity to attempt it many times. Once complete, the door was locked, but the duct tape was left behind. Perhaps the culprit noticed it, but by that point, it was too late. The room was sealed. There was no way for them to get back inside. Then, this morning, we opened up the room and discovered Angie's body. But the culprit wasn't finished. They wanted one more murder. To do that, they manipulated us into performing this seance. Of the 3 empty rooms, the middle one was chosen for the seance. I was invited by Kokichi to take Kibo's place in the seance. Tenko volunteered to be the medium, but she never imagined it would get her killed. To perform the seance, the culprit claimed they needed something for Tenko. A small stone that Himiko had brought from the courtyard. Tenko, at the culprit's request, bowed her head until it was touching the stone. That position was instrumental in making sure the murder went as planned. Next, Kokichi and I placed the iron cage over Tenko. In the middle of the culprit then volunteered to drape the white cloth over the iron cage. We didn't realize it at the time, but that was a deliberate decision by the culprit. They needed to set up the murder weapon that was used to kill Tenko. While they were covering the cage with a cloth, they secretly placed the sickle. Finally, 4 of us placed the wooden statue on top of the cage. The culprit used the weight of the statue to keep the murder weapon in place. After the preparations were complete, we began the seance. In complete darkness, we each stood in one corner and sang the Cage Child song. When the song finished, the soul of the dead was supposed to enter the medium, but our culprit had another plan: to commit a murder in the darkness. Right after we started singing, the culprit began making their way toward Tenko. It would have been quite difficult to do in total darkness, but our culprit had a guide. They used the lines of the magic circle drawn with salt. The culprit felt for the salt and used it to guide them along. And when the culprit reached the center of the circle, they found the floorboard that had its crosspiece cut off the night before. Then lifted up their foot and stomped down hard on the floorboard. The floorboard lifted up like a seesaw and pushed Tenko's body up toward the ceiling of the cage. Tenko was stabbed in the back of the neck by the sickle on the top of the cage. She was killed right before our eyes, and we didn't even see it. After committing the crime, the culprit followed the salt back to their corner, finished the ritual, and had us light the candles. We followed the culprit's directions and removed the equipment used for the seance. And discovered Tenko's body. And while we were all focused on the body, the culprit picked up the sickle and dropped it under the floor through the hole in the corner of the room. Ironically, the final step of the murder was unwittingly carried out by us. The culprit had planned the murder so that we would unintentionally destroy some evidence. That evidence was the magic circle that the culprit used to navigate in the dark. However, the culprit didn't know that Kibo had taken a picture. He really saved us. Without that, we wouldn't know what changes were made to the circle. But now we know for certain, and we know the culprit drew the magic circle. Korekio Shinguchi, the ultimate anthropologist. You're the culprit behind these murders.
Wow, that was a long end comic. That was at least 10 minutes.
That's where my detective work leads us.
But it's not
all
that
fits.
complicated, which, like, it's complicated when you have to figure it out, but now that it's done, like, it's actually not too crazy. Like, I'm easily able to follow this one, unlike some of the other ones. Just getting to it was difficult.
Sweet Korekio, there were times when it's necessary to admit defeat. Admit? Yeah. Okay.
So you finally admit you did it.
Unfortunately. Yes. Yes. It's unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. My one regret, my only regret, was not being able to make 100 friends.
What? What? Dude, what?
100 friends?
It was my dream to make 100 friends.
I mean, you just subtracted 2 from that by doing
Oh, it's
this.
so unfortunate! I was so close to 100!
What are you talking about? I do not understand a word of this.
Who gives a fuck? Let's vote for this kooky bastard and be done with this already!
Roger that! One voting time! Coming up!
But we're obviously going to get his tragic backstory right after.
The heart-racing excitement!
As the blackened and the spotless finally face off!
It's voting time!
Damn, wanted him just getting beat out. Alright, let's vote for it. We almost got a bingo here. I hope we don't get a bingo. Oh my god. Look at this. No matter if we get Maki, if we get Kyo, if we get, because if we're voting for Ki, then we can get Gonta would be, oh man, I hope we don't get a bingo by the end. Alright. Voting time.
Now then, it seems the voting has finished. Let's see the result.
It's gonna be everyone for him except one for Himiko, I'm guessing. Right? It won't be one for me. Wait, even he voted for himself? Wow, that's totally admitting defeat. That's surprising.
Who'll be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Well, we were right. Obviously. We're gonna do terrible. I still got an A? Are you serious? Got a B on that debate. Really? Just a B for doing it? And I still have no idea how to get a back route. That's fine. I'll get them later, maybe. Okay, well, yes, because we're probably going to get a long backstory here, I say we will save the brutal punishment for next time, guys. So we'll see then for the end of the part 3, or chapter 3 of Danganronpa V3. So we'll see then for some more, guys. Ciao.
You can push yourself.